That was a much better night. One of the things I got from my parents, I had ordered this little USB thermometer dongle thing. Per that, it went down to about 29 last night, but I was super toasty. The down pants and the down socks are kind of nice. Tomorrow does mark 1 month since I entered Colorado, and it has been a long, rough month. Unfortunately, I was supposed to be out of Colorado by next week, and that's probably not going to happen, but Today I do get to choose the collegiates area, high or low route. I am going to take the red line, aka high route, since the weather seems like it's going to be okay. It did rain on me last night, at least for an hour as I was falling asleep. It all froze, of course, on the top of my tent. I have about 62 miles till Monarch Pass, which is my next resupply, which is going to be my parents again. I'm hoping to get back to 20 miles a day, but I just can't predict. Again, I know I keep going on about this, but I'm weaker than I would really hope. On the plus side, the phone upgrade has been amazing. Switching to the new phone, the battery is lasting significantly longer. Partially because I'm able to listen with headphones. I'm not having to use the speakerphone on low the entire day, which really killed it. And it's just noticeably faster while editing videos. You know, the battery doesn't run down as fast. You might think that it's kind of risky to swap a phone out like mid-hike like this, since I depend on it for my maps and everything. But basically, Apple has it down to such a pat process. They send me the new phone, they send me the box to send the old one back, and literally the phone just transfers the entire terabyte of old videos and everything from phone to phone. I had to leave it alone for 5 or 6 hours the other night. Then it comes up, downloads a couple of applications, and I am good to go on the new hardware. I don't really have a sense for whether the camera's better or worse, other than low light performance on this thing is a noticeable step up. So I am getting some ice in my water bottle, but interestingly enough, not until I open the fly. Normally I keep my water bottle underneath the fly, you know, with the fly zipped, and that seems to be just enough to prevent it from freezing. Walking away from my parents yesterday had me feeling pretty down for most of the day. I think it's just the lack of company doesn't bother me once I'm kind of in the zone out here. But like similar with the Condor Trail where Jen would come to visit me, it's always a bummer for a little while. I did run into a couple of day hikers going over Hope's Pass, but it's still just been mostly solo out here and no even signs of other people aside from traffic noises on roads in the distance. At least so far though, the new sleeping pad, the down pants, and the down socks were a huge upgrade. It wasn't that I was getting too cold without them so much as I could feel the cold and I wasn't quite, sleeping as well. And those down pants are so light. I used to actually carry them in the Sierra during the summer when I spent a lot of time sitting outside the tent late at night talking to people. Super warm and super light. They're just kind of delicate versus the long johns. And speaking of long johns, basically my sleeping pair are now my all-day pair. You can see everything frosted last night and it's now melting off quick. My progress today should give me a better idea of when I'm going to make Monarch Pass and Salida. I'm obviously haven't been easily making 20s anymore. And this is going to be a high altitude section once I get into the collegiate area. This morning is all about getting up Lake Ann Pass, which is another 3.5 miles and 2,000 feet of gain or so. It's another one of these 12.5 passes. And I've reached the collegiate wilderness. There's actually somebody coming down the pass. He's just out hiking the pass. A little nicer on this side. This certainly beats rain. So the Graupel only lasted about 10 minutes. It's still rather cold, but it's all melting off the ground except in the shadow. So much for the forecast of everything being clear. On the plus side, it's all coming down to snow and gravel so far. Good times. So this is the start of the red line high route through the collegiate peaks. If I'd gone back the other way, there is a equal distance but significantly lower option. I keep hoping that I'm just feeling weak because I'm not eating or drinking or sleeping enough or something, but 14 miles right now. Started to run across some other backpackers back here, but it is a Friday. Okay, got water, now time just to find a camp. There were actually a bunch of spots right up by the trail, but I decided to find something a little more private. There's a lot of moose poop around, so maybe I'll get lucky and get a visitor. Home sweet home for the night.